So on this video, I'm going to take you from nothing into something, which is going to be some key drawings for these dudes. Look at this, look at this. I am animating these three chihuahuas morphing into a monstrosity. See? And what I did right now is establishing the first drawings that I need on this scene, which is this dog falling, showing the butt, turning and start morphing with the butt of the other chihuahuas. But right now, the challenge that I'm facing right now is like, oh, I have other two characters that are going to be animated doing another action, a different action, so I have to create a new timeline, a new drawing layer, and animate those on in a different layer, so I can have different timing for those. And at this moment, when these three characters merge together, all of these, I start animating all of these on the same drawing layer. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how I design poses, how I design breakdowns, so this drawings feels with movement, feels alive. So then eventually I can start in-betweening all of this in one single video. So I'm going to move these over here. I'm going to match the mouth here with the mouth of the previous scene, something like this. I might add some volume here. That's something that I forgot on the previous scene. But that's how important it is to just keep moving forward, because eventually we're going to see all of those stuff. So I'm being super rough here. Super rough. Drawing here the nose. Awesome. Here we have the head. Boom. Here we have the other part of the head. Maybe I can show one of the eyes here, which is super close. We can have something like this. Or maybe no. You know what? Let's keep something closer to this, because here we're having the camera here. Makes sense that we're not seeing the eyes, but here, because we have the camera on top, we have to see the eyes here. So guess what? Boom. Just adding the same designs that I did there, here. Boom. And the tongue here. Awesome. And now, yeah, this eye is smaller compared to the other one. And I already know how to draw this character because I designed this character. So I can just try to freehand all of this stuff. But normally what I will do is bring the model sheet or bring the character rig on top and trace on top of that. Trace on top of that, or you only use it as a reference. But right now I'm chill. And I can do something like this. There you go. And then I'm adding these lines here. Now I'm thinking, you know what? I'm making a tangent here, so let's move that over like this. Awesome. The body, we have to reveal the butt. What is this? This leg is something like this. Now this leg, oh, okay, this will be something like this. And I can draw the other part of the butt like this. Boomba, there you go. Awesome. And this other like this. Oop-bam. And then this one comes like this. So I'm trying to keep the continuity between these drawings. Boom, boom, boom. Awesome. See, this is too thick, so I'm just moving that line over there. And then the body, which is going to start morphing with the other dude. So I'm going to add something like this. So gross stuff. This is the freedom that I have right now to add some gross stuff like this. Someone is screaming, fighting for. It's a crazy dude outside. When it's not worth dying for. There you go. We have something like this. And from here to here, we are also making some weird stuff here between these two. Like, it's so cute. I think it's a crazy dude. Okay. So we have something like this. See? I'm trying to make this feel like he's sucking this other dude like this. Glop, glop. Awesome. And then I can connect this with the body of this character. So I'm trying to design all of these poses. And one of the things that I have in my mind is to just use simple lines. Here we have a C, here we have a straight, here we have a straight. So I'm not overcomplicating this stuff. I have to make sure this butt is super rounded. And then from here to here, we have something like this. This leg could start coming like this. And then from here to here, we go like this. And the mouth, this part of the mouth is going to be like this. There you go. And then this comes like this. Actually, this should look sad, so I'm going to move this C down like this. Because these dudes are dead, coming back to life. It's funny when I'm building these stories, I tend to be repetitive with my ideas because in my previous short film, the dog also dies and then comes back into a giant dude. But I found a way of building a universe around those ideas, and that's what I'm doing. I'm building a universe of monsters. And this is the second film of that universe. What the heck, Henry? I'm spoiling. Yes, I'm spoiling. But there you go, I wanted to share that with you too. Do you try to live on your own? There you go, boom. The arm here that is broken. The choker. Bam, straight there. There you go, boom. Boom. Amazing. I'm being super precise with the lines that I'm putting down so I can eventually animate just a few amount of lines and not overcomplicate my life. Life should be simple. Don't overcomplicate it. There you go. Here we can have this ear. There you go. These guys are going to start morphing. Actually, this head feels like it's turning this way and feels this turns like it's going that way. So let's do some changes. I'm going to move all of this that way. Better. And then I can overlap this line here. And then add these two teeth here. These share the same shape, the same silhouette. Bam! And then here the tongue. And here this. Oopa, you see, so beautiful. You have to draw with the shoulder, feel the drawing, and design the poses. Feel like a designer, dude. I think the designers are the most badass dudes in the animation industry. For me, the designers are the most badass dudes. Being a designer is badass. Being an animator is a bit nerdy. It's super nerdy and technical. But being a designer is really cool. And sometimes I like to feel like a designer when I'm designing my poses. I like to feel like a designer when I'm designing my poses. Here, this part can start melting here. Yeah, let me add those lines there. Nah, let's think about that later. Okay, I fixed that part there. I don't need this part of the eyes. More volume here in this eye. Awesome. There you go. Beautiful. Now, I think I should squash this more. Come on, turbo mode. There you go. So here the head of this dude comes like something like this. Let me see. These other frames that I have here. Okay, this frame here is going to be the future frame that I need to in between with this one. So I'm going to put it here temporarily to see how is that I'm going to treat these two. And I can also check the volume and amount of hairs that I have here. For example, here the volume of this part of the head is it starts to increase when it should not. So I'm flipping. Here the head I want it to feel like it's on the ground and then starting to go up. So see the apex of this line, how I put it here and then it's going there. And that influences a lot the volume that I am representing here in this character. Now this part is going to slide that way. See, boom, boom, and it's going that back. Boom, beautiful. I'm trying to feel that as a hair. Look, even I'm drawing this line like if it were like hair. And I am feeling that. Beautiful. Beautiful. There you go, see? Maybe I can simplify this with the C instead. And when it's going up, then we are starting to morph this C curve, which is this way, into an S, which will go in this way. And this is very important because the lines, we simplify the lines and we just put either of these three lines. But it doesn't mean that we stay with those lines when we start in betweening. Those lines will change into the C into an S, like here for example, or into a straight if we are stretching some of the parts of the characters. So this, I like to call these tools like the CSI tool, but it's not like a rule that we cannot break. These are only tools that are there for us to understand and eventually break. I love that. So there you go, we have something like this. Oh, the count of hairs, see? Here I have 2. Think about you, baby, and I dream about you all the time. And then we come in like this. Poop. Nope. Nope. And I'm just messing up with those 3 type of lines. I don't need to try any other type of line. Is this a C? No. Is this an S? Oh, yes, it's an S. There you go. Even here. Because the volume is going up, all of these hairs will go around this volume like this. See? But here I'm going to start with the hair into something more neutral like this. And then boom is going to start getting or going around the volume of this head. Better as we go. There you go. Boom, boom, awesome. Maybe more stuff here? Nah. I'm just on my lonely mind. I'm here about. Okay, so from here to here. I'm here without you, baby. Come on, focus. Okay. You know what? Let me draw everything on the same timeline. And then I'll separate this if I need to do so. Cool, I don't need that frame anymore right now. It worked for me just to find the... It worked for me to find the connection between a future frame. But right now what I'm going to do is to start adding more frames here. I'm going to work on this frame before going to this one. And I'm going to mark this frame. This is a feature of Toon Boom that I love, which is mark drawing. And here on my keys, I mark with red. Here this is a key, red. This is a key, red. And these are breakdowns. But these are my 3 main keys. So when I enable the flip, let me turn off this easy flipping shit. When I turn on this, you see these 2 tools works together. If I press key here, I will only twin between my keys. See how it is skipping when I am pressing my shortcuts to go from frame to frame, and right now only twinning between my keys. See, and I can also compare there between my keys and not only with my breakdowns. So here, for example, I'm comparing these 2. I feel this butt is doing some crazy stuff. Let me enable this one again. Could bring me back to you. Now I'm going to be keys and breakdowns. And I'm going to call this I'll call this like an in-between. So it stops having like a mark. And now I'm going to just in between these two. And what I'm going to find right now is the connection between these two characters, between these three characters through the butt. And I'm going to buy drawings. Come on, there you go. Awesome. I'm going to reduce the opacity here just to have a reference. There's super low opacity of what the heck I'm going to do. So black. These two dudes are going to start merging between each other even more here. So I'm going to create an arc with the nose here, because the nose is going to start moving towards that direction, and I'm going to start in betweening, looking at the shapes. See, this shape is getting bigger. It's getting bigger, and I'm losing also I'm losing the volumes. So I'm flipping to see these volumes of the shapes. I feel like this should go that way. I'm going to create an arc with this mouth, and even I'm going to change the shape of this mouth from being like this into being more rounded. So I'm going to move and change this straight into a C. Boom. One of the things that I like to do before animating, or well, just sometimes, is looking or watching the animations that I love for the artists that I really look for, and I go and look at those animations frame by frame just to feel inspired. Now this mouth is also going up a bit, just so I can create an arc. Also these two teeth are going to be together to keep the shapes there. I wonder if I can round this more instead of making this super straight, so it will not change into being super sharp corner into a round corner, but it's just moving the apex from one side to another. There you go. And then I'm moving this. Look at this point here, this point here, this point here. I'm trying to create an arc there. I'm not going straight like this. That's why I'm moving that line a bit up. And from a reverse C, I'm going to a straight and then into a Z like this. And here I will add this inside part of the mouth. Flipping. This should be something like this actually. I can copy and paste this. There you go. So I can have the same shape there and not overcomplicate my life. There you go, something like this. Cool. This tongue also. I can maybe make this tongue go down and up, around, adding roundness there. Not that loose with my lines. If I already know how this line should move, there's no need to be loose here, but I can be precise here. There you go. Awesome. See the arc that I'm making here at the bottom of this tongue? That's important. That's important so everything doesn't feel like super linear. And here, this line that is going to appear here, I'm going to start adding that line here. Maybe I have to be creative here. Okay, see, for example, how can I connect this line with this line? I mean not connecting, but how can I make that two lines make sense or come from the same origin? Like for example into something like this. And that turns or move then into this way. But then I am already starting to create some stuff here in this character. So I'm designing these lines, not just putting in betweens. I'm designing these lines on top of the character so those lines make sense. So I can do something like this. And this arm will move from here to here. So what if I make this super gross and I make this hand starts to slide in here to create this arc. I'm not just thinking like a computer and to give me an in between there, but I'm adding more entertainment by thinking, you know what? It will be super nice if I start making this arm to slide. There, you see? And maybe I can drag this a bit more too. I can drag this. It's a sliding that thing. That gross arm is a sliding there from. No memory. There you go. Boom, boom. You know what? I don't like the drag. Let's just keep something like this. Boom, boom. Awesome. Now this arm will move from there to there. How the heck are we going there? Maybe we can start moving the arm like this. Something like this. And then as this volume starts moving up here, that is going to give the space for this arm to move here. So it's like playing chess right now. There are some parts in animation in which are super technical. I want the butt to shake and then it start joining there. Let me imagine that movement. You know what, I'll leave that for later. I want to keep in between all of this stuff here because this is more like freestyling. This is whatever the heck I can feel here. But here I do want something interesting. That I want to put some thought process here. I can freestyle. Boom, something like this. You know what? I can start with something more soft like this. Awesome. Yes, and then we are going to make appear all of those other lines. The cleanup will be interesting here. Huh? It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of time, but it will be nice to have a conversation and just talk about animation or talk about life. And for everyone, anyone from my community that is watching this video, look at how I'm drawing my lines. And this is the same way that I'm trying to teach you guys and how to draw those lines. Being able, the same two steps that we were doing into sculpting these lines on top with we start with a soft line and then we start adding the statements with the lines. It's exactly the same thing that I'm doing here. So this eye here, I want to add also special animation on that eye. So for now, let's keep it like that. Let's keep animating this gross stuff here. There you go. Oh, you know what? I can start extending this thing. Maybe this thing can start getting inside of this. of this. of this thing, because I want to keep that thing consistent there. So this thing could start going inside of this. What is it with this choker? So will you be? Turn me around. So this choker is going to start inflating too. Wow, my Lisa. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. It's going to inflate. What is going to happen with this arm? Okay, this arm is going to move up. Here I'm missing the choker. So I have to find a better way of connecting this while also keeping the choker. So what you mean to me around? So here from here I want to keep this choker taper in the shape. I wanna believe. I cannot work without music, guys. But it also distracts me sometimes. But I like to enjoy this. Dude, what kind of work we are like, able to, like, I think lawyers cannot listen to music while working, or doctors, but we can listen and fucking explode our ears with amazing rock music. Mona Lisa. Sometimes it inspires us. I had a friend that she asked me once, Henry, can you send me your rock playlist? I want to listen because someone told me that you listen to rock while you work, so I can so I can animate like you. So from hip hop, he's going to inflate and then he's going to start moving up. I wanna believe I can be more creative here. How can I be more creative here? Other, go ahead, think. Okay, let's overlap this line here. Turn me around. Yeah, let's keep this shape overlapping. Have to be more precise with the volumes there, huh? Okay, this is going to, because this is inflating, I need to also add some volumes here like there, so it feels like this is inflating. There you go. Oof! This is the classic song of the animators that I have right now. Creep by Radiohead. Okay, I cannot go up here because I'll make this part super noisy, so guess what? I'm going down. I'm going to create the arc of this arm by moving down. Or just creating an arc this way. Problem solving, motherfuckers. Boom. Your skin makes me cry. Boom. Boom, boom. Arc. And then in between this, like that. Now these these butts are going to start merging. I want to make an arc here. There you go. This part of the butt is going to lead the movement. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. There you go, up. I don't care if it hurts. It's going to go up. I wanna have control. There you go, pop. I want a perfect body. There you go, up, up. Here I'm losing volumes. I want you to notice. See? Boom. There's a black. And morphing up. I wish I was special. So I can be, what can this bot start doing? It starts opening like that. It starts merging. Oh, she's running down. Open bot. Running down. She runs. Guys, I love Radiohead. I'm a weirdo. I forgot. Let's animate this right now. So it's gonna be like tuk tuk. I don't belong here. I don't belong here. Boom. Let me tell you, dude, that you belong here. You belong in this in these in this industry that is the animation. Not in the studio corporate world, but in the industry in which there are humans that love doing animation and will be there for you to help you. So there you go. Boom. Maybe I can be like, oof, oof, oof. I went dark right now. I went dark. I can be like this. Opening this eye. Yes, yes, dude. Yes, 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 yes. Something like this. No, 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 no. I was good. It was good what I was doing here. So something like this. And from here I'm going to start taking something out of this eye like this. So like there's a snail inside of the eye that is going to pop out of this. And this is how, even though the animation process tends to be super, super technical, like right now, I'm trying to find entertainment in this type of stuff. Trying to find how can I have fun with this shit. So there you go, something like this. And the eye will open here. There you go. Boom. Yeah, I can push this idea too. Opa, look how I'm tuning between keys and I'm seeing here like I'm staying at the same place. So I can be more careful here. And move a bit towards the middle then. There you go. Beautiful. And see how I came to this idea? I was like, what the heck, let's go with that eye. Before I said like, no, I'm going to leave this in another layer. Let's go right now. And it's cool, it's cool. If you want to change your mind, change your mind. Just don't care and keep doing, keep doing. Let me take this line, it's distracting me. Bam, bam. Okay, here I need something. Okay, maybe I can overlap this dude on top of this, on top of that thing. Awesome. That's better. I don't like anything that I have here. Delete. This is a bit flat. Around, awesome. maybe this thing, maybe this thing here can stab this dude here. So I'm tracking this choker right now. I don't like the shape here of this choker, so I'm going to rework on this. I already missed doing traditional animation. It's just another experience. I also started liking doing animation with rigs, but it's also nice being able to combine both on an animation project. And I think I have another scene in which I also have to use, in which I'll have to use also traditional animation. Yeah, so it's more simpler, more simplified. And now I can track those lines of the choker. Boom. There you go. This could be a bit smaller. And I'm tracking this point with this point here, so I can create an arc in the middle. So I start a revolution from my bed. There you go. Now we're keeping volumes here. Boom. Boom. Beautiful. And in these breakdowns, I'm just playing around. It's like, Henry, why you want up if you're can twin it perfectly? Because I want to go crazy. And I want to see what happens if I go up first. And then I can add some secondary movement on that little blob there. Don't look back in anger. Boom. Boom. Okay, I have to also start melting this dude. Okay. Let's go crazy. This takes time. Actually, I want to slow out this dude. I don't want to in between perfectly there. I want to slow out and then go up. So here I can have some subtle animation. Just moving this dude a few centimeters up. And maybe turning the head also. And here I can also start making this dude go more that way. And I can here start going towards the middle. See? And then I'm tracking this line. Moving this line a bit up, just a bit. And I'm going to start stretching these lines and start making this less of a C, but more of a straight, more of a C here, because we are starting to go up. Moving these lines just a few centimeters. So Sally can wait. She knows it's too late. I also had to consider how much this choker moved in comparison with the head, with the head, neck. Yeah, the head. So this is also going to be is going to slow in. So if it's going to slow in, I actually don't have to change too much the shape of this. So I'll just trace on top of this one here and move this a bit up. Don't look back in anger. Or I can even start doing something like this, choking this dude. Beautiful. This line can start going a bit down. Oof. Zombie. There you go. So here. So this negative space that I'm seeing here, now this is the thing that I'm going to observe and animate. What? Haha. I'm merging these two lines into one single C here. Awesome. So here, how can I go to this It's crazy stuff here. Maybe I can just show a bit and then it's going to start incrementing. Yeah. Don't overthink, Henry. Don't overthink. We can just troubleshoot as we go. And this line is the one that is going to appear here around. So I'm putting my lines wisely so I can use the same amount of lines as I animate. I think it's going to work. There you go. Let me move this arm a bit up. In your hand, in your hand. Boom. Boom, we're merging these dudes and do that. Okay, it's going up a bit, right? So let's be delicate with these hairs here. I am animating hairs, I'm going to be delicate here. Boom. Boom. See? I'm feeling the hair, super soft. And it's moving some centimeters only. Actually, there you go, something like this. It's super cool how it goes all the way around like this and then starts going like this. Boom, boom. Yeah, I don't want this anymore. There you go, it's morphing. Awesome, it's working, guys. So, how long is this video? Already too long. This video we did some karaoke, we designed some poses, we changed our mind in the process of approaching this. I did design only one frame, that's crazy, this takes time. Let's design this one over here, which is going to be the in-between between these two. No, this is just an in-between. I want to work on the frames that are going to be the ones that are going to change the most. Now this is also an in-between. I feel okay, yeah, let's in between these two because it's going to happen a lot of weird stuff from here to here too. Let's go fast. I'll try to be super fast here so I can add another frame. And this video will be just this frame, complete this frame, this frame, this frame. So just finishing the keys. And then the other one we can start adding breakdowns. Yeah, because it's taking a lot of time. On the other one we're going to start adding breakdowns. And then on the next one we're going to start animating. Takes time. But it's fun. It's fun, and that's the thing. Enjoying the process. Enjoying the process. Enjoying the process. Put some cool music. Remember cool stories, maybe not because then you get distracted. Being aware of the arcs, of the space in between of these drawings, but also having fun about the lines. Every line that we draw is not just a line, but also the lines have a texture. And that line also have a feeling of in which part is this being made. For example, the tongue, I want to be playful, round, super rounded with the tongue. With the hair, I like that line super softly. I want to feel the lines. Harry, what the heck are you talking about? I don't know, dude. This is the way that I approach this. This is the way that I approach this. You know, like when there's some when you're playing guitar and you meet different guitar players, each guitar player have a different relationship with their guitar. Which is your relationship with your art? Which is your relationship with animation? Which is your relationship with animation? This is something that I've been thinking about too much. And because of all the pressure, because it's hard to making a living out of this thing, and most of the people, the only thing that they want starting is just the first job opportunity, the first job opportunity, the first opportunity in the studio, that they forgot, they just forgot to feel connected with the art form they are working on, they are making. And I fall into that early in my career, and I start getting burnout. And you know what is getting, you know what is worse than getting burnout as a, you know what is getting worse than getting burnout? Getting burnout when you're just starting, getting burnout as a newbie. When you're getting burnout as a newbie, that's the worst thing, because you're burnout, and second, you have no energy to keep improving. And you know why most of the time that burnout comes? Because you stop enjoying your career, because you get inside of your head just into I had a mentor that used to say it's like the people sometimes look for opportunities. The only thing they think about is about the studios, because it feels it's like a way of reaffirming themselves, or just to make themselves to feel like they're valuable. And you don't need any studio. You don't need any studio to feel valuable. You don't need the permission of any studio to start enjoying your own career, and that's the most important thing. What is your relationship with your career? What is your relationship with the art that you are making? Are you making all of this only for a job, which is respectable? And of course, everyone have to make a living, and it's super cool if you can make a living out of the things that you love. But it's also important to remember that this thing is meant to be fun, dude. We're doing cartoons. We are doing cartoons. I want to inflate this more and then going back and then going down. So I'm going like, wak, 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 wak. I want that feeling. That's the thing. The other day that I was giving feedback in my community to one of the members, the thing that is taking me the most right now is being able to help them reconnect with their passion again. Reconnect with their passion again. Because of how disconnected. There you go. I'm trying to find a better way of opening this eye. I feel this is better. This is a better way of opening that eye. That's the thing. At the beginning, when you're grinding to get to a decent level, just to get an opportunity, and when you don't get an opportunity in a job, then you feel like you just burn out because you grind something for nothing, but you didn't enjoy your grinding period because all you had in your mind is like, I want my first opportunity, so you never enjoy the present moment. And guess what? In the present moment is the only moment in which we can enjoy animating or drawing. There's no other moment in which we can enjoy this. The drawing or animating is not something that we enjoy once we get a job. This is something that we allow ourselves to enjoy whatever the heck we want. And it's super sad seeing people, because I used to live like that. It's super sad seeing people that they are not able to enjoy their passion, that they cannot even animate anymore because they feel sick about it. And I felt super sick about it when I just first starting. I remember I was telling one of a wonderful teacher that I had in college. I once told him like, dude, I feel depressed when I'm drawing. I feel depressed when I'm drawing in live drawings. I feel depressed. He was like, why, Henry? It's like, dude, I don't know. I just feel depressed. I feel like I'm wasting time here when I'm doing this. And because I put a lot of effort at the beginning, I put a lot of energy. I dedicated also. I did a lot of sacrifices to be able to get to a decent level in my own skills. Then when I saw all the opportunities or all the reality of the industry out there compared to the type of life that I want to live, I was like, dude, I put too much effort for a job that will not give me the freedom that I'm looking forward to achieve, or the lifestyle that I want to live. Why did I put all of this effort in this when I could put it in another part? And guess what? I put all of that effort, and never during the process of putting that effort, I never enjoyed that process. I was grinding like crazy, grinding like crazy. But thankfully, eventually I was able to reconnect with my career when I didn't want to do this anymore. I wanted to just do another stuff. I was sick of this. And eventually I started reconnecting with this through what? Through making my own short films. Through making my own short films is that I started reconnecting with this passion. Through making my own short films, because for me getting a job was not enough of a motive, of a reason to start to keep pushing. So I didn't want to push anymore. I wanted to just get out of here. It's like, I don't want to get a job anymore. So why will I still grind? Why will I keep grinding on this stuff? And then I found short films. Then I found that what I love to create is my own characters. The only way that I can animate for hours is in my own short films. And everything changed in that moment. I stopped being depressed about my own art, and I started enjoying my own craft. So maybe for you is maybe working for a movie that you love, a franchise that you love, and that's amazing. I wish that would be something. I don't wish, but I was looking for that to be my reason to keep pushing when I just started. And I realized after 5 years of grinding non-stoply, on year 5, I realized the only thing that I want is to make my own short films. And that's the thing that gave me the energy, infinite energy to keep working. I'm glad that that I found this. Otherwise, dude, I feel like I'll not be doing this anymore. And I remember I was happy the other day that I talked with one of my mentors that I hadn't had the chance to talk with him since I graduated, and I was like, dude, at my 27 years old, I found out what I want to do. And he was like, all right, yeah. And it's that. And it's super sad. It's super sad when see, I'm going to create an arc, this point, poop, poop, and then going down like this. I'm waiting here for you for long. Okay, so as I was saying, yeah, I was super depressed. Even one of the things that I loved the most at the time that I was doing live drama, and I was hating that, and I was really sad just making live drama. It's like, why am I still doing this? Why am I still doing this? If I don't want to work, if I don't want to get if I don't want to anymore master this stuff. And now I go to live drama and I'm like, what I'm doing now, I don't feel bad when I go to live drama, but when I go to live drama now, I'm like, you know what? This could help me for my short films. And not only that, I live in the moment of doing live drawings and being like, you know what? This could be also a moment to just relax for a bit. That's something that this teacher taught me at that moment. It's like, Henry, it's okay. You just have to come because, well, it's part of the class. But yeah, if you want to just relax for all the stuff and all the things that you live, I hope you can find that in this place, and I'm glad that I could find that there. But there you go, dude. There you go. And I feel good. I feel good. So yeah, and that makes me think, because I'm seeing, like as I mentioned, all these people that I'm helping in this community, how they are disconnected in the same way that I was disconnected with my own passion, because of external reasons that we sometimes put ourselves. We sometimes look for external reasons to start enjoying our passion. Could be opportunities, could be affirmation from studios or from a job that we deserve to do this. But no, dude, you just have to find, like I did, well, my personal opinion, if you find the thing that for you give you that energy, maybe working for the movie that you love, maybe working for the franchise that you love, maybe working on the short film that you love, you just keep looking for those reasons, for those ways of reconnecting with your passion, and that'll be cool. For some people, it's appearing on the credits of a movie. I have very strong opinions about that, but there you go. I respect that, dude. Any reason to do something is valuable. Any reason to do something is valuable, dude. Any reason to do something. There's no worse thing than being fucking depressed in the bed and not wanting to wake up out of the bed. That's something horrible, dude. That's something horrible. And if your dream is to become an animator to animate in South Park, I'm like, cheers, dude. Cheers. I used to judge a lot, like I used to judge a lot. It's like, who the heck wants to work on Peppa Pig? Who the heck wants to work on fucking this show or this show? But no, dude. And I have friends. That's the important thing about making friendships. Because when you make friendships and you love these dudes, you're like, and when they told us, like, dude, I would really love to work on this show, you're like, dude, it's like, but you love these dudes too much that you're like, okay, cool. You know what? Now I met someone that is living this, and I'm cool. I'm cool because I really want you. I really want you to succeed, dude. And for me, success is very personal to you. And if that is success for you, I want to cheer for you and be there for you, celebrating with you if you achieve that. So that's nice. That's nice. Dude, that's super fun. So yes, I want to mention it, dude. Any goal that you have, any purpose that you have is valuable and is precious. And it should be precious to you, not to anyone else. It should be precious to you and to not anyone else. Make success yours, dude. And that's the only way that you can achieve it. And I hope to be there helping you, or maybe just cheering on you so you can achieve that, dude. Just having purpose in life is the best thing. Being depressed and not wanting to wake up, that's the worst thing, dude. That's the worst thing. And I think purpose can help you get out of that. So you do 3D, 2D, cut out, stop motion, you work for any show, you even do porn animation, do whatever the heck you do, dude. Do whatever the heck you do. But just keep moving, dude. Keep moving in this life. Keep moving. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. Keep having reasons to stay here, dude. And enjoy. Enjoy your passion. Boom. 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 We're almost there. We're almost there. But in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. That's such a beautiful song. I remember in one interview on Green Day, this is a Green Day song, the one that I'm listening to. They asked him like, how is it you come up with the lyrics of this song? Oh, I wrote it for a girlfriend that I had at the time that she moved to Ecuador. And I was like, no way, Ecuador. So there you go. Billy Joe had a ex-girlfriend that lives in the country that I am from. That's nice. So boom, boom. Little by little. I'm taking this line little by little. So I might name this video like existential conversation while animating 3 chihuahuas morphing through their assholes. Cool. Swing, swing, boom. There you go. Boom, boom. Now this thing, first of all, I need to make this more rounded so it fits with the design of the previous frame, see? And now here I'm going to go down to create an arc there, so I'm not going just straight from point A to point B. Someone new, swing, swing. Maybe this part of the body can merge with this base. There you go, I like that. Boom. But there you go, these are the first frames that I did, and this is the amount of time it takes of me singing, telling stories, and also animating at the same time. Hope this helps, inspiring you to make your own short films, to look for a purpose in your life, and to just have fun. Sometimes we forget to have fun, and it's very important. It's very important, and I hope you can have fun with your own passion. See you next time. Bye, bye.